Hey everybody, Mr. Regan here, and today we're going to be looking at the key concept diagram that we're going to be using to help explain and connect our key concepts to some real world examples. And as we dive into that, we'll also be looking to drag and drop our key concepts and creating the ones that we use to explain, in this case, the natural world and how populations work. So today we're going to be looking at how to understand the diagram and what it's showing and how to use it to explain our key concepts. So in the next task, you're going to be asked to use our histogram diagram link, okay, to answer the question, the blue box question, after we drag and drop our vocab words to help create our key concepts. So we've done the first one where we have drag and dropped our first set of vocab words to create our first key concept that says a population can be described by the traits present and the number of individuals who have each trait. Now, this key concept needs to be connected to our histogram diagram. When you click on that, you'll notice that we have a set of histograms that deals with a population from 100 generations ago of field mice. And then we have a histogram that has a population today of field mice. And in the histogram, we have a specific distribution of traits related to fur color. Now, 100 generations ago, we had an environment that had a green forest, and after a passing of time, the environment had yellow grass. And if you notice, our distributions and variations are not the same. So when we look at our two histograms, we see that a population's traits have changed over time. And our job is going to be to take our key concept and connect it to what we're seeing here in our histograms. So a population can be described by the traits present and the number of individuals who have each trait. If we're looking at our key concept, we have to ask ourselves, how can you use the key concept to explain the histogram diagram? Well, when looking at the diagram, you'll see the population of mice 100 generations ago had a high number of individuals with green fur. Well, let's take a look. When we look at this, we see we have a high distribution or a high number of individuals with green fur. There was a medium number of yellow and no brown. Okay, well, here's our yellow. We have a medium distribution or medium number of individuals. Our bar's at a medium height, makes sense. And no individuals with brown. So we're describing the population based on the individuals and the traits present in those individuals. We then go on to say today's mice has a low to medium number, of brown fur individuals. And that's true. We have a low to medium number of yellow fur individuals. And we could go a step further and say we have no individuals with green fur and no individuals with brown fur. So with no brown or green fur mice. And notice I have taken our histogram and broken it down based on this key concept. I've talked about the population, more specifically, the population of mice today and 100 generations ago. We've described the traits present. Well, we talked about what ones were there. We talked about how we had green and yellow fur to start, and we only had yellow later. And then we talked about the number of individuals who had that trait. We talked about how there's a medium number of yellow, there's no brown, there's a high number of green, and so on. So notice we're taking all the parts of the key concept, connecting it to the histogram, using our key concept to explain what's going on in the histogram. So that's how we drag and drop our key concepts. That's how we connect it to our histogram. If you have questions, reach out. Otherwise,